Hello everyone, welcome back. Another hopefully tasty, exciting dish we're doing today. Well, I don't know about that, but anyway. I'm using a different, very cheap cut today. This is a short beef rib. There is quite a lot, you can see, beef on there. There's a lot of bone, but you get a lot of flavour from bone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sear it off in the Ninja, get a bit of colour on it, get it started. Then I'm going to add beef stock. These are what I use because people have asked me. I go on about the beef stock I use. In the winter I do make my own stock. In the summer I don't get time. I've got the garden to see to and work. But those are the stock pots that I actually use. It does give an intense beef stock. But be careful, guys, with your seasoning, because with stocks like this, they're already seasoned. So just go easy on your seasoning. So we're gonna, that's what's in there. It's a stock pot with some water. I'm going to be adding red wine to bring it up to about 300 mils. I'm going to chuck a shallot diced down, garlic, mushrooms in there, and oregano, because I'm going to try and I'm going to get developed flavours in there. And what I'm actually going to do is, when this is cooked and the meat's falling off, I'm actually going to shred the beef, and then I'm going to make it into like an Italian dish. The shredded beef is going to go with pasta and a rich sauce, and just a shaving of Parmesan on the top. So fingers crossed, because this is my own recipe. I've got nothing to copy and I'm experimenting. Okay, I'm going to start by putting a bit of olive oil in the pot. I've got truffle oil, but that I feel is going to be more a flavour on the pasta towards the end of the dish, because I love truffles. And when we were in Italy, we were in Rome, we had beautiful black truffle menu, and oh my god, it was to die for. Right, okay, so I'm just waiting for some real heat coming up in there. As I say, I'm going to use this to just colour it off, and then we're going to pressure cooker the ribs, because that's the only, this is a cheap cut. It needs a long cook. You could put it in a slow cooker, which this could do, but I want a quick cook on this because I'm going to make it our supper tonight. And because it's such a cheap cut, that's why pressure cooker is perfect for it. At least I'm hoping it's going to be perfect for it. This is just an idea I've got. I need to talk to my friend in Italy. She'd put me right. Right, okay. Let's see how we're getting. We're getting there slowly, folks. I've just given it a very light season, salt and pepper. And your meat always wants to be room temperature. Okay. Don't get it out of freezing cold. It'll shrink very quickly. The muscles will tense. That's lovely. Okay. Right, I'm just going to put that. I'm just getting some oil on it. There we go. Because I'm going to shred it, it doesn't have to have a lot of colour on it. But I do want some colour because that's part of your flavour. And this dish is about developing flavour. I'll leave that there for a minute, and I'm going to get a knife and chop up the shallot and the garlic ready to go in there in a minute or two. I think that's already got a lovely crust on it, and the other side's got a crust on it. In fact, it's now broken into two pieces, which is kind of good. I'm going to flip it over. Oh, look at that colour. I'm tossing in the onions, garlic and mushrooms. Get them into the oil as well. We all get a bit of a coating, start the cooking process. And now I'm going to put some oregano in. Okay, about a teaspoonful and a half. It's got 2 cloves of garlic in there, 4 medium mushrooms, and 1 large elephant shallot. I'm going to add the wine to the stock so it all goes in together. So I know I've got 300 mils. So I've got at the moment around about 150 mils of beef stock concentrate, taking that up to around about 300, because I do want this just under 300 I think should do it. I want a really intense flavour coming through. Now I'm going to put this in. This is where it's spit a bit. Oh, amazing. Now because it's a stock cube, I'm just making sure it's all blended. I don't want to add any more seasoning or anything until we're cooked and we know where we are then. Right, so I'm going to stop that because we're going to go over to pressure cooker now. Don't think I need any more liquid in there. Okay, now I'm going to slide my lid along to pressure. There we go. I'm going to make sure my vent is over there. Okay. And let's see, natural release. That's a long, slow release, which kind of for a short rib might be good. I think we'll go with that. I normally tend to go for a quick release, but today we won't. And we're wanting 40 minutes. I will know when this goes off after the slow release. If that meat doesn't just pull away, then I've got to give it a little bit longer, because I'm needing this to just like flake through. And then I'm going to, as I say, I've got Pappardelle, fresh made pasta. When I say fresh made, it was fresh made. I didn't make it. What the supermarket sells is fresh made, and I froze it. You can freeze pasta. So it's thawed now, but it's it's a totally different feel to dried pasta. Okay, let's get on with this, guys. Start. So it's building the pressure up now. It'll tell me when pressure starts. So I will see you it's going to take probably 6-7 minutes to come to pressure. So 40 minutes from that, so 46 minutes. We'll be back here. Fingers crossed this is going to work, because I'm not sure. See you, bye. Hi guys, it's all done. I haven't opened it yet, but I wanted you to see on this, it actually tells you it's had a natural release and it says OPN, which means open. So we're going to open it now. I'm just going to slide the slider back to the position where I can open it. And there we have got the ribs. Let's get them. And look how they've shrunk, guys. And all the juices from the bones and everything, that's all gone into this very, very rich stock. So what I'm going to do is take those away. I'm going to put that on to reduce. I'm just turning it on so it's going back onto a saute, just to reduce what I've got in there. Right, let's go saute. Now I'm going to have to taste that as well to see if I need to do anything to it to make it, to see if the seasoning's right, if the flavouring's right. That is lovely. That is lovely. It's very intense, so I'm going to render it down a little more, and then I'll work out whether I add a little bit of something else to make it not so intense. Let me just think on that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the meat off this while this is bubbling away. That needs to reduce a little bit, so this is what I want now. There's a piece of muscle fat there. That has got to go, because you don't want any fat when you're going to be mixing this with pastas. You don't want any of your muscle fat in there. But what you do want is just shredded up meat that's going to go back into the sauce and then fed through the pasta. And that one rib is going to be absolutely enough for John and I to have plenty of meat with our pasta. Normally if you go into a pub or somewhere for supper and short beef ribs are on there, that's what you get. You get one beef rib per person. Okay guys, this is just finished sauteing down. It's just developed into the most unctuous sauce ever. So now into this goes this. That's all our shredded beef in there. Just stir that round like that. Right, I'm just going to let that sit there, keeping warm. Pappardelle, and we're going to be ready to eat. That's just going to be fed through that. I'm going to do some shavings of Parmesan, a little bit of fresh chopped parsley, and we're in business for my take on a kind of like a really strong ragu with Pappardelle. Sounds good to me. Let's turn this off though, guys. I don't need any more heat in there, that's very hot. Okay, just get rid of that. Let's concentrate on the pasta. Right, this is beautiful pappardelle, Italian pappardelle. It's made with semolina flour. It's got a very rough coat on this type of pasta, and it will absorb that sauce beautifully. This has been frozen, but I've left it to defrost, and it only takes 2 to 4 minutes. So by the time I get my cheese grated, that will be done, and John will nip out to the garden and get me some fresh parsley out the garden. He's looking at me here. You gotta love your husbands. Right guys, I'll see you in a minute, okay? That looks very, very good. Okay, I think that can go off now. Make sure everything is hot, well coated. That sauce is sticking beautifully to that pasta. Right, turn that off. And could I have another pasta dish here? My sous chef, thank you. It smells amazing. The mushrooms and everything cooked right into the sauce with the red wine. And it's exactly what I'd hoped it would do. Some people would not have cheese on this, but I actually love Parmesan cheese on anything, so I'm going for it. You probably wouldn't get offered it in Italy actually on beef, I don't know. I have to ask my friend Kathy. Right, okay. And then just to finish off, some very little sprinkle of fresh garden parsley. That gives it just a little bit of kind of like an acidic flavour, and just a tiny dash of truffle oil. Just a little tiny dribble over the top, just as you would on a pizza. Just a flavour, that's all you want. That's it. To add to what is already a very, very flavoursome dish. So I'm going to try it. Hang on guys, I've got to try it for you. Got to try a piece of this. Let me just a piece of the meat as well. Oh god. That is incredible. It's really rich. It's not for the faint-hearted. It is really rich. But with the pasta, and this is the type of pasta that's substantial, it just works incredibly well. It's what I would call when the men have been foraging in the forest for the black truffles and want to come back to a real hearty meal from the Italian forest. That's the meal for them. They probably use wild boar or something though, I don't know. But for us, short beef ribs, that's a lovely thing to develop. So that was £4 and a dash of wine, which by the way folks, we'll probably drink right now actually. Hope you all try this. You can go in any pressure cooker. Don't forget guys, it doesn't have to be a Ninja. This could go in your crock pots, your slow cookers. It's all doable. Does not have to be a Ninja, okay? So if you've got ordinary pressure cooker, it can go in there. Like I say, it can go in a slow cooker. It can even go, if you've just got your oven, shove it in the oven for 5 to 6 hours, very, very low oven. Put some jacket spuds on the top rack of things. If you're using your oven, utilise it. Get the spuds in there as well, okay? Take care everyone. See you very soon. Bye.